Hi everyone, today I'm sharing with you the recipe for my favorite Portuguese egg tart. I've been looking for that perfect recipes that can give me the flaky and crispy crust with the soft and silky egg tart filling. And finally, here it is.
Helen's recipes.
Firstly, you want to take 100 grams of butter out of the fridge and leave it at room temperature. Next, in a mixing bowl, mix together 130 grams of flour with a pinch of salt and 80 ml water. For measurements in cups, please look in the info box below this video. Mix with a spatula until the flour absorbs all the liquid, and then knead with your hands until the dough comes together. Overknead the dough. Just when the flour comes together and form into a soft, nice ball, that's alright. The surface of the dough should be still quite rough. Now make a blast incision on top of the dough ball and pull away the 4 chops to make it look like a flower like this. Then put it back into the mixing bowl and cover with plastic wrap and let it rest for about 15 minutes. Now the butter has softened a little bit, cut it into smaller chunks and then spread it out in the plastic bag to form a nice rectangular. Use your fingers to press the butter to distribute it evenly into the plastic bag, forming a rectangular into the size about 10 by 17 cm. Fold the bag nicely and place the butter into the freezer for about 5 to 10 minutes while waiting for us to roll out the dough. Now the dough has been resting for about 15 minutes. You want to heavily flour the working surface and also a long rolling pin. Take out the dough and roll it flat. Roll out the 4 chops into the longer petals like this. You want to roll out the piece of dough flat and large enough that can cover the piece of butter that we have prepared. Now unwrap the butter and place it right in the middle. Then fold in the 4 petals, making sure that it completely covers the piece of butter. Just like wrapping a present, you don't want the inside to be revealed. Now wrap it up in a piece of full plastic wrap and then place in the fridge to chill for 20 minutes. You should let the dough rest in the fridge for at least 20 to 30 minutes, and please do not shorten the waiting time by putting it in the freezer because that wouldn't work. After that, flour the working surface again, unwrap the dough and roll it flat. You want to firstly use the rolling pin to bang on the piece of dough first, crosswise and lengthwise. Then roll it out into the thickness of around 0.3 cm. Try to keep the dough still in the rectangular shape. If you live in a hot climate, the butter can melt very fast. So work quickly and always flour the working surface, the rolling pin and the dough to avoid sticking. Now fold in the short end to meet the center, then fold in the other end to meet the first, and then fold the dough in half. You should have a nice rectangular piece of dough similar to the first one again. Cover in the full plastic wrap again and place in the fridge for another 20 minutes. And repeat the process one more time. Give it a nice bang bang and then roll and then make a 4-fold like earlier. Cover in full wrap again and put fridge for another 20 minutes. We are almost done with the puff pastry. Now take it out and roll it flat. Now instead of folding it in fourth like earlier, we're gonna roll it into a log. Then cover in plastic wrap again and let it rest in the fridge for 2 hours. This can be stored in the fridge for a couple of weeks, so feel free to prepare it the day before. You can also keep it in the freezer for many months. For the egg custard filling, you're gonna need milk, cream, 2 egg yolks, sugar, cornstarch, and some vanilla extract. Combine everything in a small saucepan, except for the vanilla extract. Use a whisk to break up the yolk and give it a good stir. Now turn on the stove to medium-low heat and gradually heat the mixture while constantly stirring with a spatula. At first, the mixture is very liquid. You can see that it very quickly drip off the spatula. Keep stirring on medium-low heat and it will get thicker. Just when it lightly covers the sides of the pan like this, or when you dip the spatula into the mixture and lift it up, the mixture still coats a thin layer on top of the spatula. That's when you should turn off the heat. Immediately pour the mixture into a portable jar, firstly to prevent the remaining heat of the saucepan from cooking the egg mixture further. Secondly, it's easier to pour into the molds later. Now the dough is nice and firm, unwrapped and divided into 9 equal portions. Use a knife to cut the log into equal rails. You can dip one piece in flour and then distribute into the mold using your thumbs, or flatten it out into a round disc and then shape it into the egg tart mold. Trim off the excess. Use a fork to poke on the puff pastry at the bottom of the egg tart. It's not a must though. Then gently pour the egg and milk mixture into the molds. Bake at the highest temperature of your oven. Mine is at 250 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes. It's exciting to see how the pastry puff up layer by layer, and also the bubbling custard mixture on top. Ta-da! These are our excellent products. They are so nicely golden. The puff pastry is so flaky and crispy, and the egg custard filling is nicely yellow with a beautiful shiny and slightly charred skin on top. Oh, they're just so cute and adorable. Let me test how crunchy and crispy it is. Just listen to the sound. So good, such a perfection. If you love my egg tart recipe, don't forget to like, favorite and share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.